about the National Flood Insurance Program, but we would ask you that it be extended for at least 5 years to end the uncertainty that we all have. A lot of us had deals that fell apart last time when it lapsed, so we want to make sure it doesn't happen again.
All right, we got it extended, but it needs to be extended more.
It expires September 30th of this year.
Right, so obviously we've got to do something. Now here's the problem. The National Flood Insurance Program is not actuarially sound. It's an insurance program. And the amount coming in premiums does not pay for the outgo in payments.
Florida is one of the largest contributors to that.
And Florida is. And who makes up the difference? The federal government does, the American taxpayer. And more, as we're trying to get the deficit brought down and a budget moving toward balance, sooner or later you're going to have to address this inequity. But we hadn't been able to get first base on trying to address that inequity because you can't get the votes. So that's going to be a continuing sore point, and until we get a budget in place, it's going to be hard to do other than what's been happening right now, and it's this piecemeal thing that keeps going down the line.
Senator, with all due respect, is unfortunately many states get hit by catastrophe year after year. It becomes everybody's issue. Most recently, Alabama, Mississippi, North Carolina.
That's correct.
A couple of years ago, it was the flooding in areas that we wouldn't expect, like New York and Connecticut. So pretty soon, I mean, we're all paying for it one way or the other. And we've talked in the past about...
That's exactly right. Great point. The American taxpayer, when you subsidize it from the federal government, the American taxpayer is paying for it one way or another. And so it's just like when a catastrophic hurricane hits, if you could get a national catastrophe fund set up, but see, the senators from Montana and the Dakotas and Iowa don't think that they have a hurricane problem. But the fact is that their taxpayers pay for the cost associated with that hurricane that's not covered by insurance when the American taxpayer puts the money into it. Just like, you know, what was Katrina there with all the flood damage as a result of the hurricane, of the levees breaking in New Orleans. The cost was something like $150 billion, and the federal share of that was half.